Welcome to the Collection Coach Presents for SilkOne, the smart solution for today's busy chiropractor. In this brief demo, you'll see how SilkOne uses next-generation smart technology, saving you money and reducing the time it takes to process a patient and document the encounter. SilkOne is fully certified EMR for meaningful use and fully compliant smart documentation for all payers. My name is Kelly Moore, creator of the Collection Coach system. It's a paper system that helps busy doctors maximize reimbursements through accurate documentation, yet easy enough to complete a daily note in 20 seconds or less. The entire system is designed for compliance and built for speed. Our intake forms capture necessary information from patients, like chief complaints, all 8 history of present illness, plus the 4 additional that Medicare require, a review of all 14 body systems, and a complete past, family, and social histories. We also include the documentation of contraindications, which is a Medicare requirement. All of that information is collected from the patient input, meaning you don't have to spend any time asking the patient those questions to meet documentation requirements. So it's a big time saver. However, by far the most innovative and useful thing about the Collection Coach form system is that there is a built-in code calculator, smart documentation in a paper version. This calculator tallies up your documentation just like an auditor would, making sure that you never overcode, exposing yourself to an audit. But also, this revolutionary code calculator makes sure that you bill for and get paid for all the services that you provide. No more leaving money on the table. No more living in fear of an audit. The Collection Coach form system has caught the attention of many doctors, reviewers, and educators around the country. Here are a few of the comments. This doctor noted that the form system is easy to implement and it resulted in an increase of production and income. This chiropractic assistant said that the forms were priceless, adding to peace of mind, knowing that nothing in the documentation is being missed, leaving more time for attention to patient care. And this doctor said, "I no longer live in fear of an audit, even from Medicare." This office manager noted that they used to use a variety of mismatched forms that were borrowed from the chiropractor down the street or from some seminar that they had gone to, resulting in all kinds of payment problems, denials for medical necessity. But after implementing the Collection Coach form system, payment problems were all but eliminated. In fact, it's not uncommon to get more coverage for the patient even after they've reached the soft cap minimums that the carrier imposes. Recently, the Collection Coach has partnered with SilkOne to bring you the next generation smart documentation in a fully certified for meaningful use EMR. That means that when you use SilkOne, you can qualify for meaningful use stimulus offered by CMS, up to $44,000. We have built in the smart code calculators from the paper system into this revolutionary cloud-based software. By implementing smart documentation into SilkOne, we have eliminated the need for redundant input of duplicate information. In most instances, a daily note that's fully compliant even by Medicare standards can be completed in just about 3 clicks. Because you've taken the time to watch this demo today, you're entitled to special pricing. Be sure and use the promo code SMART when ordering. You'll receive an exclusive special offer so that you can use this next generation smart system with minimal cost. And unlike other companies, there's no long-term contract, so there's no risk. We're that confident that you'll love saving money and reducing the time that it takes to document that we don't have to require a lengthy contract. Web-based cloud computing is used in many applications today. In fact, many major corporations are converting their traditional software systems to the cloud technology. The main benefit of this technology for you is that when you use SilkOne, you're now able to access your clinic data from anywhere, from any device. This is especially helpful to you if you live in a region where there may be inclement weather and you can't get to the office. No problem. Just access your schedule from your smartphone, tablet, iPad, Mac, or PC, because SilkOne uses next-generation smart technology to fully automate your practice. It is truly a paperless system. It offers all the features that even the most demanding doctor would require, all at a very low cost. And getting started with SilkOne is very easy because we handle everything for you, from importing your patient data from your previous system, establishing you with a free clearinghouse or one of your choice for electronic claims, and unlimited training and support at no additional charge. Here is a brief tour of how the system works. This will prepare you for your live demo. We won't be covering the exact steps in detail on how to use the system, but rather a general overview on scheduling a patient, intake forms, patient self-sign-in, exams, daily soap notes, and electronic claims, plus a few other things. Starting with the patient scheduler, it's easy to see how SilkOne's next-generation smart technology saves you money and reduces the time it takes to process a patient and document the encounter. The scheduler is full-featured and easy to use, and it's customizable. It can be tailored for different providers, therapists, multiple clinics, and you can even adjust time intervals. Appointment types can be preset in different colors and times to distinguish between new patients, re-exams, regular adjustments, therapies, massage. And you can schedule appointments however you need to fit your practice style. From the Smart Patient Scheduler, you can even make multiple appointment visits for your patient and then print out the schedule for the patient. But you may not even have to because we've built in an email reminder system at no additional charge. SilkOne's smart technology is not just for the doctor. The staff benefit as well. From the new patient portal, the patient enters all the necessary and required information from their own PC, Mac, iPad, or tablet in the comfort of their own home or work. This smart feature eliminates the redundant task of the front desk having to copy forms, give them to the patient, get them back, and then assemble them into a paper chart. Here's how it works. When scheduling a new patient, a PIN number will appear in the screen. Direct the patient to your website with the PIN, and then the patient does the rest. Once the patient follows the link to the sign-in, they enter their last name and PIN number. Smart technology now guides the patient through the windows in a step-by-step process, making sure to get all of the required information. Once this process is finished, the patient has documented a comprehensive history with the 4 additional items for Medicare, along with the 13 contraindications. Detailed accident information is also obtained, insurance information is recorded, and consent forms are all completed here. Once the patient arrives at the office, there's a self-sign-in feature. A kiosk or computer station is placed in your waiting room. Using the same steps as the new patient portal, the patient types their last name and their PIN. Say goodbye to lost files. The patient then sees a screen like this, where they can update their chief complaints. This is what keeps your documentation compliant. The updated patient complaints are then imported directly into that day's soap note. In the treatment room, you'll be able to see what the patient has entered, if they're better, worse, or about the same, and if their VAS or pain scale has moved at all. You'll also be able to add additional details here if you need to. Once the patient is finished updating their complaints, they just click Next, and then they're brought here to this screen where they can participate in patient education. This feature is fully customizable to fit your practice style, or you can just use it the way that it is because it comes preloaded with literally hundreds of chiropractic trivia and health questions designed to stimulate awareness and generate referrals. These are just a few of the features of the patient self-sign-in. The patient can also log in from home and schedule appointments or reschedule appointments. There's also an opportunity to load patient educational material here, where patients can actually log in, read articles that you add or publish, and then they can also email those or download them themselves. Now let's talk about exams and daily note documentation. As was mentioned earlier, SilkOne was designed for compliance and built for speed. Our smart documentation quickly guides the doctor through the process, making sure to record all the required bullet points. This is the doctor's screen. From here, the doctor can easily see which patients have checked in and in which order. He simply selects the patient to be seen and then clicks the button Examine Patient. This pulls up the encounter summary page, which is kind of a snapshot of the patient's treatment encounters. Here you have the ability to upload as many x-rays as you need to so that you can see them and have them handy during a patient encounter. You also have a spot right here for doctor's notes. These are things that may be patient specific, but they're not actually part of the patient record. Over here you have a running list of diagnosis codes. You have an unlimited amount of alerts that you can set the system to, literally flagging you and your staff so that you don't miss a single thing, whether it's a re-exam or changing a patient's diagnosis or to do x-rays. You also have the patient's scheduled treatment plan, how many times you've scheduled them for this course of care or treatment. It shows how many times they've shown up for that treatment plan. And then down here, you have a running list of the encounter history. It's set to show the last 3 visits, and you can't see the other ones underneath the screen here. But if you click this button right here, a drop-down box occurs, and then you can see all of the patient visits in this patient's database. If you'll be doing examination on the patient today, you'll click this this button here, Exam. If not, you'll just go straight to the Daily Notes section. This is the Examination section. You'll follow the tabs across the top, maneuvering through a 35-point musculoskeletal examination. This is the same one that any auditor would use if they were going to audit your records. As we make our way across the top tab here, we can see the different subjects and bullet points that we can record for our musculoskeletal examination. As I said before, this is the exact format that any reviewer would use to audit your records. So we've duplicated it here. We also have a place to record our x-ray findings. We can document our medical decision-making process and even calculate the evaluation and management code. This is where you make your money. You never overcode, exposing yourself to an audit, but you never undercode, leaving money on the table for work that you did but didn't bill for, so you're not going to get paid. We've eliminated that. Here's another smart feature built right into SilkOne. Here we're in the Pain tab, and you see this button right here, Copy from Intake? When you click that button, it automatically imports the information from the patient intake in the patient portal right here into your exam findings. The patient says that they have neck pain. It goes ahead and it puts it right in here just by clicking this button. SilkOne's smart technology reads your documentation, calculates the code, and even sends it to the billing for you. This eliminates the need of your staff to create an encounter from the billing form or the super bill. Our system is so smart that the information from the part exam goes automatically and imports right into your daily soap note, giving you complete documentation of all your subluxations and what you adjusted and why. This is a huge time saver, but it also prevents clerical mistakes and improves the quality of your health record. Let me give you one more peek into SilkOne's smart technology. See how we have a 98940, 1 to 2 regions, chiropractic manipulation here? That's because the system is smart and it knows what you adjusted. Because over here in your exam, you told the system that you adjusted these levels. But look what happens when you record that you've adjusted one more area. We're going to save that and then go back here. Notice it changed it to a 98941. That's smart technology. The system knows that you now adjusted and documented 3 to 4 regions, not 1 to 2. So it changed the code so that that can go to billing. You can get paid for everything that you do. Once you've finished everything for this patient, you see that your CPT codes are here and that they're correct. Go up here and click this Next Encounter button, which then brings you back to the Today's Encounter screen where you can start with your next patient. From here, you can also print your progress note and it'll show all of the documentation for the encounter for today. It's in the bullet pointed format, exactly like any reviewer or auditor would be looking for. So far in this video, you've seen how SilkOne uses next generation smart technology, saving you money and reducing the time it takes to process a patient and document an encounter. Here's a daily visit. Click on the data service, daily, and then up to part. Since the patient has already been to the patient portal and updated their subjective complaints, there's nothing to do there. You simply update your palpatory findings and click Save, which takes you to your assessment screen. Make a brief update on your assessment of the patient's condition and their changes since last visit, whether they're doing better, worse, or about the same, and click Save. And that's literally it. Now next encounter, and you're done. SilkOne has a very smart inter-office messaging system. The doctor can put in an alert or a message for the front desk, and by the time that the patient walks up to the front desk has already gotten that information and is able to handle it with the patient. Now let's talk a little bit about the electronic billing and claims. All of your claims can be sent electronically in just 3 clicks. Whoever's doing your billing simply clicks right here in Billing. Once you're on this screen, you go to New Encounters, Check All, Code Charges, and that's it. All of your billing is done. SilkOne's Smart Scrubber is going to check the claims to see if there are any errors. Simply fix the errors and then go through that process again. From this screen, you have the ability to either print the claims manually onto a HCFA or to send them out electronically. The claims will all be scrubbed to make sure that they have the proper modifiers, diagnosis codes, etc., ensuring that you get paid correctly the first time you bill, without any mistakes. Since SilkOne has smart technology in the cloud, you can literally bill your claims from any remote location, logging right into your system. So this is a really great aspect if you have an outside biller. They can use your system, they can use your data, and it doesn't have to be double entered anywhere. One final thing about SilkOne's smart technology. SilkOne has auto EOB posting. Literally one click imports the EOB into SilkOne, and then one more click to post payments directly to patients' accounts. SilkOne also has the first of its kind auto follow-up claims feature. This is such a smart system that it automatically tracks payment schedules for different payers. The system knows, and it automatically notifies you or flags you that claims are not paid. One last word about SilkOne's smart capabilities. SilkOne has a very sophisticated report database. You can generate just about any report that you might want in order to manage your practice better and smarter. If you liked what you saw here today and you'd like to take a personal tour of SilkOne's smart technology, be sure and call. When you do, use promo code SMART to be sure that you can take advantage of the special pricing and discount. SilkOne uses next-generation smart technology, saving you money and reducing the time it takes to process a patient and document the encounter. SilkOne is fully certified EMR for meaningful use and fully compliant smart documentation for all payers.